I must work to diffuse the situation and build unity and peace.
In a room full of religious leaders from across the metro area, Clackamas County Commissioner Mark Scholl apologizes for racist posts on social media.
I accept full responsibility for every word that ever came out of my mouth.
In the posts uncovered just last week by a Clackamas County resident with ties to the local Democratic Party, Scholl wrote, among other things, Islam is in total conflict with America, and when you interact with a Muslim, you're being deceived.
With humility, sincerity, I ask for the good people of the Muslim community to consider my request for forgiveness.
Scholl's apology comes just days after an assortment of people, from the county DA and local legislators to his own co-commissioners, called for his resignation. Scholl refused, electing instead to apologize and meet with Muslim leaders, which he did.
I saw eyes where tears had been. I heard voices longing for acceptance and friendship as Americans who love this land.
Scholl's words appeared to resonate with the religious leaders he addressed.
Let us work together to make the change. We must understand this is a beginning, not an end. We must not see this as a one and done.
Religious leaders pledging to stand alongside an elected leader who's hoping to make amends.
It is my hope that when I leave this room today, that I have received your forgiveness and maybe even your friendship.
Last week, the Clackamas County Board of Commissioners censured Mark Scholl. It's important to note that he cannot be recalled for 6 months. There's already a Facebook group with hundreds of members getting behind that. I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.